Google Firebase Studio tutorial. I am at studio.firebase.google.com. Here you can prototype an app with AI. So there are several sample prompts that are available. You can choose from one of them and also choose a particular platform or programming language. Let us key in our prompt. Build an app that takes a topic as input and then generates a 5-question MCQ for it, with each question having 3 options and one of them being correct answer. Once user has selected their options, provide a submit button that should result in grading the MCQ test, and then hit prototype with AI. Okay, let's wait for a while. So a plan is presented to us. Okay, so where we have quiz generation, which will use AI. Okay, we can customize all this, right? So quiz generation will use AI. Then there is a quiz display, grading, and then there are style guidelines. Hit prototype this app, and you can see the application being generated, right? So you will see various kinds of files that are being created, like .ts, .env, .css. All right. So let's wait for our application to be created, and we will see what our initial screen looks like. Right. So that's our first screen. So on the right hand side, you can see list of changes, and this requires a Gemini API key, which we can auto generate. So yeah, let's wait for the Gemini API key to be generated. Okay, that should not take long. All right, so the key has been generated. We will do a quick test now. Let's add a topic name, country capitals, and hit generate quiz. Okay, and there is an issue, right? So on the bottom left, you can see there is an issue icon here. Okay, and the screen has gone unresponsive. Fine, so let's prompt the app does not seem to be working, and fine, a fix is being applied. All right, let's type in that topic name again, country capitals, and hit generate quiz. Hopefully this will work this time. Yes, so we have a quiz on country capitals with various questions and options. So let's choose some options for each of the question, and we'll choose those options mostly randomly. Hit submit quiz. Okay, so the grading has been done. Our score is 4 out of 5. Okay, so this is working more or less on expected lines. Okay, we can do some improvements to the UI though. Upon grading, all the correct options should have green text font. All right, so that's our prompt. We want all the correct options to be displayed in green after grading. Okay, so the changes have been done. Let's try this out. Our topic is animals. Hit generate quiz. So quiz on animals. Let's select some random answers. Okay. Fine. We'll select some more. Okay. And then Hit submit quiz. All the correct options are displayed in green color. So that's better than before. Easier to understand. All right. Another prompt. Use dark theme for the app. Let's see what the dark theme looks like. So the change has been made to globals.css and page.tsx. So this looks much better. Let's enter the topic. Oceans of the world. Hit generate quiz. Okay, so that's the quiz. And let's select some answers and then hit submit quiz. All right, score is 3 out of 5. Now we can also make changes using this select icon at the top right. So hit that select icon and then choose component here on the UI, and you can give instructions. For example, in this case, this should have a white border, right? So let's see whether we get a white border around that component. Okay, so some changes have been made to the file page.tsx, but we don't see the white border. Okay, that didn't work for some reason. Right, select that component and give this a white thick border. Okay, let's see. Changes are being made and we now have a white border around that. Good. So there's another way. Hit that drawing icon and we draw an arrow pointing to a component and then type in some text, right? So this border should be thin, right? That's our text pointing to that component. And we will see whether that worked. Okay, so some changes have been made to a file and yes, that worked. We have a thin border now. You can use that second icon to copy a preview URL of the application. There is a QR code as well, and the last icon is to open the application in a new window. Use that icon at top right, okay, to switch to code view, and here you can see all your code, right? So under that src directory, you have various subfolders and code, right? You can open any file and edit it here, right? And on the left hand side, you can see various icons for search, source control, run and debug, extensions, etc. So let's go to terminal and open a new terminal. So this gives you command line access, or basically shell access to your machine which is hosting this application. Okay, now let's switch back to our prototype view. Now we want to save our scores. So our prompt is, let us use firestore to persist data. Upon grading each quiz, let us store current date time, topic, and score in Firestore database. Okay. On left hand side of the screen, show all the existing quiz scores. Okay. So that's our prompt. Quiz scores in a descending order. So here we see some file changes are being made to package.json, and there'll be other files. There's also a Firebase config.ts file now. All right. So waiting for the screen to load. All right. So I guess all the changes are done. Now to test this out, we will type in a topic name, oceans, hit generate quiz. So quiz on oceans has been generated, and we will select some answers, and once done, hit submit quiz. Okay, and we have a score of 4 out of 5, and on the left hand side you can see the previous scores. For oceans, 4 out of 5, right? Another topic, animals, hit generate quiz. Quiz on animals is generated, and we can select some answers and then hit submit quiz. And this time we have a score of 3 out of 5, and here on the left hand side we can see the 2 previous scores for animals and oceans. Let's reload the page. See, the scores are gone. That means the data is not persisting, right? So data is actually not being saved, and we need to fix that, right? So our prompt is, while the previous scores are displayed correctly, it appears that they are not persisted. When I refresh the page, previous scores do not show up. Let's see. Hopefully a fix is being applied. And let's ask another question. Are you sure the scores are being persisted in Firestore database? Please check. Okay, we have a detailed response now. Okay, my apologies. There seems to be an issue with Firebase configuration, right? The environment variables for Firebase might not be correctly set up. To fix this, ensure that the .env file contains the correct Firebase configuration values as shown here. Okay, so replace the placeholders. We will switch to code view and take a look at the code, particularly the environment file. Okay, so there is only one key here, Google Gen AI API key. There is no Firebase or Firestore related configuration. Why is that? Let's ask that question. the .env file does not contain the above configuration for Firebase. Please verify and update the .env file if needed. Changes are being made to the .env file. Hopefully all those configurations will be added now. Let's again go to the code view. Yes, now we have all those keys here. Firebase related configurations. Back to prototype view. We still need to add the correct values against those Firebase configuration keys. So let's ask this question: where do I get Firebase project ID? Okay, you can go to Firebase console, right, and to project settings. Go to Firebase console now. So we open another browser window and go to console.firebase.google.com, right? So here we can see our project QuizWiz. Okay, select that, and under project overview settings, project settings, select that. Here you can find the project ID. Okay, we will copy that, then return to Firebase Studio, go to the code view, environment file, and update the project ID value here, right? So this is the most important value that we need. Other values we may not need. Let us see. All right, we are back to prototype view, and let's prompt. I have updated project ID in .env file. Do we need to create a firestore database too, right? So we should need a database, and it's not automatically created, I guess, right? So, and along with authentication rules, that's our question: do we need to create that firestore database? So the answer is yes. Okay, and here it says that you need to create a firestore database and choose the security rules option, production mode or test mode. We are going to use the test mode, of course. All right, and there are some more details. Okay, so when you do that, let's go to Firebase console now, and here select Cloud Firestore, or if you have a shortcut on the left hand side for Firestore database, select that. Hit that create database button and leave all that as default. Hit next and choose the start in test mode, right? So this allows anyone with database reference to view, edit and delete all data, which is fine for our test. Okay, let's wait for the database to be created. Scroll down, and here we have our database has been created, and there are no collections yet. Remember, Firestore is a NoSQL database. Okay, here when we come back to the prototype view, there is an issue, right? And it prompts us, I have detected an error. So let's fix that. Let's get that fixed in our Firebase Studio. some changes are being made, and all right. Let us restart the app. So nothing seems to be happening. At least there is no visual clue about that. Okay, anyway, let's type in a topic, fish, hit generate quiz. Okay, quiz on fish. Select some answers for all those questions and hit submit quiz. Okay, there's an error. Hit fix error. Okay, waiting for those errors to be fixed. All right, let's type topic name one more time. Okay, so the previous code is there. Fine, good. So our topic is mountains this time. Generate quiz, and we have a new quiz. We will be selecting some answers and hit submit quiz. Okay, 3 out of 5 for mountains. Okay, and there we have 2 past scores. But the real test is when we hit reload page, do we get those scores back? Yes, we got those scores back. That means the data is being persisted. Let's check that here. We go to Firebase console and refresh the page. And there we have it. There is a collection with 2 documents, right? So there is mountains topic and fish topic along with their scores. So data is being successfully saved and retrieved. So it's working on expected lines. Another topic, animals. Hit generate quiz. Select some answers. Right? And then hit submit quiz. Score 2 out of 5. Okay, there you have it. And here you can see there is an additional document in the database. In Firebase console, we can see that, right? So now this is working on expected lines. Let's go back to the main Firebase Studio dashboard. Select the application again. Let the application open. And you can see all the previous scores being displayed perfectly. So on the top right, select, let's beautify this application a bit. We select rectangular thing and ask for removing the white border. Remember we had added it earlier. Let's remove that. Yes, it's gone. Another change. Select the previous course. Change the text to simply scores. That's it. Hit enter. And that text should change to scores now. So that's it. That's a complete application. And in order to publish the application, hit the publish button on the top right and link a cloud billing account.